Hey everyone and welcome back. Over the course of time, I got lots of comments and praises for the customizations I used to do and the modification builds on the cars. And along with that, I even got lots of comments and requests asking me to do a garage tour of all the vehicles that I own, just to showcase them. But I kind of neglected and brushed off the idea. So now that we got some decent cars in the casino DLC, I kind of remembered to get the video done and share with you all the complete garage tour of all the vehicles that I own. All of them are kind of decked up with tons of customizations and neatly spec'd up. So here we are today with my 2019 garage tour, and let's go. First up, we have the MC Clubhouse, where I've got the motorcycles and also the two quad bikes. I've got both versions of them, the off-road as well as the street version. And then we have few cafe races and the Ducati Scrambler lookalike. Also some naked street variants and a stunt bike with flames. And these are like the off-road bikes, the Gargoyle and the BF400. And on the other side we have like the cruisers, the choppers like the Harley Davidson. And this one is like the Halloween themed bike. Black body with skull and red flames. So yeah, these are the motorcycles in the MC Clubhouse. I've got few more of them in the other property which we'll be going to now. And yeah, just saying, I've got all of them classified and sorted out instead of having them all mixed up and jumbled up everywhere all around the properties. So yeah, going to the next property is the Peru Apartments. I got all three of them. And also this is right next to the CEO office as well as near to the MC Clubhouse. So I got all three of the apartments and the garages. And in this garage I've got the the higher segment of motorcycles, kind of like sports category ones like the Bati 801 or the Shih Tzu Hakucho, Shataro and all those stuffs. And yeah, so I've got two versions of the Shataro, the normal one as well as the Future Shock Death Bike from the Arena. So yeah, all of them have got the same red and black theme. And also I've got both versions of the Oppressor as well. I mean, those are two of the best vehicles to get around the map. So I got both of them. And then finally I've got the three-wheeled motorcycle. I kind of don't remember the name in real life. But yeah, the Raptor is the GTA Online version. Going to the next floor, we have got classic supercars or sports cars in this garage. And part of the Ferrari and Lamborghini collection. The ones on the right are the Ferrari and the ones on the left are the Lamborghini. And the back ones are just the general older models of the present supercars in the real life ones. The first on the Ferrari is technically not a Grotti vehicle, but I was not a fan of the Grotti old school cars, so I kind of got it exchanged with the Lamborghini Casco, which is the Maserati in real life. But it kind of suits the theme here for the Ferrari, so I just got it there. We got two more Ferrari models, the F40 and the Testarossa. And on the other side we got three variants of the Lamborghini, the Miura, the Countach and the Diablo. So the first six vehicles are, like in my point of view, the Ferrari and Lamborghini old school, the classic kind of supercars. And then moving on this side we have the legendary McLaren F1. I mean, the GTA version doesn't have the 3 seats, but yeah, the car is the same. This side we have the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. I kind of got it because we don't have the SLS AMG Coupe and we just got the Roadster version. I was not a fan of that, so I had to get this. And behind that we got the Koenigsegg CCX, the old school Koenigsegg, and the Bugatti Veyron on this side. Moving to the next floor, well, we have the continuation of the Ferrari and Lamborghini collection. So I've kind of got the entire collection of both of them, all completely spec'd up. And the Massacro is actually from the Ducati, but it kind of suits this garage like the Ferrari 458 Italia, so I kind of customize it and store it here. We have the Gallardo, the Huracan, the Murcielago, the Enzo, the LaFerrari, and the Aventador and the Centenario from the Lamborghini. And finally the 812 Superfast from Ferrari. So all of them are completely decked up. And that's it for the Del Perro, all three of the garages. Next is the CEO office, the Maze Bank West, which is right next to the Peru Apartments. The first floor, I kind of got, few extra garage space left because, I got other properties, the nightclubs, arena, penthouses. So I kind of, moved all of the cars as per the classifications. And going about to the vehicles in the first floor of the office, we have got like a JDM and tuner cars here, like the Lancer Evolution, the Eclipse, the Nissan GTR Skyline, the Toyota Supra. So all of these are kind of in the JDM and tuner section. And going to the second floor of the CEO office garage, I have dedicated this just for the muscle cars. And I've got only those that I actually like to drive and want to collect instead of having all of the random muscle cars collection. The first floor we have got the Skyster Deviant in gold and the D-Class Tulip, which is the only 4-door muscle car in GTA Online. And going to the second level, we have the classic version of the Corvette as well as the Shelby GT500, and this is the classic version of the Camaro. But sadly we don't have a modern version of the Camaro in the game. This side we have all the 3 top vehicles from the Ford, Dodge and Chevrolet. So the Corvette Stingray, the Dodge Viper and the Ford GT, which is part of the collection which you'll see in just a second. And here it is. This is what I was going through. So here we have all the 3 versions of the Dodge Challenger, the classic variant, then the previous version and the present day Dodge Demon. And on this side we have the 3 versions of the Ford Mustang, the old school Mustang. This is just like the Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds movie, but I've kind of got it in the black and white shade, kind of like that color scheme. And then we got the previous version of the Ford Mustang. I personally like this. This is the one from, if you guys remember, the NFS Most Wanted, the guy Razor driving that Mustang. I kind of like that version. And I also got the, the present day latest version of the Mustang here. So yeah, these are all the muscle cars that I got, and all of them are completely decked up and sorted out. So yeah, that's the muscle car collection that I got. Next up is the third floor of the office garage, where I've stored some of the sports cars. I also got some vacant spaces here because, as I said, I've got moved them and classified them after all the nightclub garage space, penthouses and all. So yeah, we got some empty space. Coming back to the cars, this is the Pegasi Zorusso, released about 2 days back. And we got few electric cars here, the Chameleon, Cyclone and the Voltic. All of these are electric sports cars and I got all 3 of them customized. And finally we have the 2 Ocelot cars, the F60 and the Pariah. I mean, the Pariah is the fastest sports car, so without doubt I had to get that. That's it for the office garage. Next up we have the nightclubs, and this is located right next to my office, so just about 100 meters or so. So yeah, it makes it easy for me to get around for the car collections. It makes it convenient enough. So yeah, on the first floor of the nightclubs I got the Patriot Limo. I mean, practically this car is kind of useless, but I just bought it just to hang out with friends, take some cool photos or just chill around the map. And going to the first floor, which is the garage for the sale vehicles, well, I actually got all 3 of them, just because there was empty spaces and I didn't want to have the garage, all empty. So I kind of got those 2 when they were on discounts, and I completely, decked them up as well. I mean, just for the sake of it, I got them, not for like, sales or anything. And then for the next floor, I've got the, luxury CEO vehicles, kind of like the vehicles which we use for the office and all those official matters. I've got the 2, modern cars like the Ferrari FF or the GTC4 Lusso and the Lamborghini Urus. And moving on, I have the Bentleys, the Rolls-Royce, the Land Rovers and also the Cadillacs. So as I said earlier, all of these are, kind of like official vehicles for daily and all those stuffs. And going to the next floor, I've got all of the best sports car all lined up here neatly. And this is why I was telling earlier, I've got the office garage, a lot of empty spaces up there. Since the nightclub and the arena, all those were introduced later on, I kind of had to classify the cars and move them around. So I've got few empty spaces. Other than that, I've got all of the the best ones that I prefer, all of them brought here and neatly parked up in the nightclub garage. Moving on to the final floor, I have all of the hypercars, or technically the GTA term, the supercars. All of them are neatly placed in the nightclub garage. The Spiker, the Pagani, the Koenigsegg, the Bugatti and the Hennessy, all of the top models from the best companies, the hypercars, all of them are stored in this final level of the nightclub garage. Some of the hypercars are also moved to the Penthouse, and those are the top ones as well as the concept ones. Next we have the Tinsel Towers. All three of them are bought, and this is because this was close to the office as well as the Los Santos Customs. So I had to get this one as well. I've got 3 of the 10 car garages. On the first one, I've got the coupe and the compact cars. I've got just the 3 of the compact ones. The Panto, the old school Panto up here, the Brasso. It's got a slightly better handling and performance compared to the Panto. And finally, well, I don't even need to give an introduction to this. It's the most famous Mr. Bean's car. I actually had got this customized in the same manner, but later on I kind of changed it to white and black theme, and since then I've not gone back to the old green theme. On the other side, I got like the BMW M4, the C63 AMG, the M6 Coupe, the Audi RS5 and the Jaguar XC Project 8. So yeah, that's the theme of this present garage here, the coupe and compact ones. Moving to the next floor, I've got the sports sedans and as well as the luxury sedans up here. And since this is completely filled up, the Ocelot Jugular was shifted to that garage. So yeah. And as I was saying, all of the sports cars, the Jaguar XF, the Porsche Panamera, the Jaguar XJ, the Mercedes, BMW and the Audi, and also not to forget the Tesla Model S, and finally the Aston Martin and the Cadillac. So all the luxury cars are stationed here. And going to the final floor on this apartment is the SUV and a decent off-road themed garage here. First we've got the old school boxy rugged SUV, and we've got the Mercedes G63 AMG, the Land Rover Range Rover Autobiography Edition, and the Mercedes GL. As well as for the final one, we have the Dodge Durango. On the other side, we have the Hummer H2, the Toyota FJ Cruiser, and this is the Mercedes station wagon off-roader. I'm not sure which model in real life that is, but yeah, that's the theme of this present garage here. Up next, we have the Casino Penthouse garage. For this, as I said earlier on in the nightclub, I've got the hypercars as well as the concept cars in this garage. First up, we have the X80 Proto, which is the Ferrari real life one. I quite don't remember the name. Next is the Lamborghini Tesoro Millennio, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and on the other side we have the Mercedes-Benz AMG 1, and then the black, I don't remember the real life one, and the one next to it is the McLaren Senna. Finally, we have the Bugatti Divo, and I actually done the real life customization build when it was released, but later on I kind of got it back to white and black theme, just like the Trofade Adder and the Nero ones. And in the center, I got just like the first floor of the nightclub garage, the CEO, kind of like the official luxury cars. We got the coupe, the sedan, as well as an SUV up here. It kind of suits the theme for, coming up to the casino with those 3 cars. So I got them here. And next, moving on to the arena garage, we have got the 3 sports themed cars. The first one we got for the race spec, the Progen Tyrus, and then we have the open top, kind of like a go-kart car, the Hijack Ruston. And on the other side, I've got the Drift Tampa, which is like a drift car. I've got it in the black and green theme. And moving on, I've got a Flash GT, just like a rally spec car. And on the opposite side, I've got 3 of the off-road vehicles. These are part of the continuation from the next floor, which I'll be showing in just a minute. The trophy truck is a must-have off-road vehicle. It's just an absolute best for off-roading. Going to the second floor, we've got, the SUVs up here, the old school Ennis Elion as well as the Jeep Wrangler, all customized. And on this side, we have the Toyota Tundra, the Diablo version. And on the opposite side, we have the G63 6x6 as well as an old school Canis Camacho, boxy rugged pickup. And coming to this side, we have the Ford Raptor as well as the two SUVs. I don't know which ones they resemble in real life, but I got both versions of them. And here we have the Ford Bronco in a dark blue shade with white stripes and chrome wheels. I kind of like that SUV, you know, the old school boxy huge SUV. Going to the final floor, I've got the armored vehicles in this garage floor. I've rounded up all of them and stored them in the arena garage. First up, I personally don't think this actually suits the theme here, but I kind of got this anyway because of the huge ram in front as well as the crushing ability it has. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I didn't know where else to store this, so I just got it here. Next, I've got both of the two special vehicles from the Doomsday Heist, the submarine underwater vehicle, as well as the hovering and flying Deluxo. So couldn't miss them out, I got them as well. On this side, I got the Enus Paragon R, the armored version, which I got for free from the casino jobs. I've actually made a video on that, do check it out if you haven't seen it. So yeah, free car, I mean, why not? And coming to the other side, I've got the ZR380. Sadly, we didn't get the civilian version, so I had to settle with the armored version. I got it all customized just like the drift car, and as usual all blacked out. And the Duke of Death, I mean an armored muscle car, so why not? Coming to the opposite side, we have the armored Kuruma. I mean, this doesn't even need an introduction, the old school most preferred all-round car. And finally, we have got the two, armored SUVs. The Insurgent, well, definitely this two doesn't need any introduction. So yeah, I just got both of them and completely modified them as well. Moving on to the final ground vehicles garage is the facility. And here I've got all of the vehicles that actually suit the surroundings, that is the facility. So the first one is, typically the Avenger. No other place to park this thing, so got it with the decent camo livery. And this thing, I kind of forgot the name of this. I just got this because that space is kind of empty and we can't actually park any other vehicles there. So instead of leaving an empty space, I kind of got that and placed it there. Moving on, we have the weaponized Tampa, the Scarab, as well as the technical custom. The Scarab is, I kind of like this because it's just like a mini tank, and this was also in the Fast and Furious movie, so I kind of had to get this one. We've got the technical custom as well. And moving on, we have the Riot, I guess, and this is the same story with the huge missiles launcher thing. That space is kind of empty, and instead of having to leave that completely vacant, I decided to get that and modify it so it kind of looks occupied there. Next we have the jetpack. All of the players were expecting this, as we wanted this from the San Andreas game, but personally it kind of didn't come up to the mark. So yeah, but it still got it for the namesake. As usual, it had a vacant space there, so I had to get that. Moving on, we have the Barrage. This is a really good car. It's best for the heists and all. 4 people can see it with 2 machine guns on either side, so very good. Next we have got the APC as well as the Kanjali. Kanjali is kind of a good tank. Compared to the Rhino, this is very good, but personally I don't use it at all, and I got it just because of the reason that it has got a vacant space and we can't park any other vehicles there. So only for that reason I had to get that and store it here. Moving on, we have the aft track. With those 4 cannons in the back, it's easier to shoot the NPCs as well as the players. We can even shoot them out of the sky, so I had to get that. Next we have the Insurgent Pickup Custom. This is the big daddy of the Insurgent civilian version, so why not? Now moving on to the final garage in this game, except the special vehicles garage in the import-export office, it is the hangars. I've got only the vehicles that I prefer to use regularly, just like I said in the beginning of this video. And I've got the tiny helicopter. We should get that. It's a very tiny compact one. And then the Buzzard, as usual, a CEO's grinding vehicle. And we have the Akula to go invisible off the radar. So yeah, got 4 jets in the center on either sides. I kind of love the jets. Who doesn't love the jets? I've got the unarmed version, the Hydra, I kind of got the laser as well. That is because I didn't go all out and buy all of the jets from the Smuggler's Run DLC. So I kind of saved a lot of money instead of wasting on some of the useless ones. And I kind of like the laser inside the hangar along with all these other jets. So others will say it was a waste of money, but for my personal satisfaction, I bought this one. And the B-11 Strike Force, well, no comments on that. I absolutely love the Warthog in real life, so had to get that. Then we have the old school Molotov. This is a very good jet to get around the map very fast, and it's got tons of missiles as well. Next we have the Apache. I mean, this is a badass in real life as well as in the game. This is from the GTA San Andreas as well, so the old school gamers will absolutely love this one. Then we have the Mi-24 Hind, the tank buster helicopter. This is deadly in real life as well as in GTA Online. We got the tons of missiles as well as explosive cannons. So yeah, the other ones which are not visible are the Tula. I got the news library because I kind of like the white and red theme on this. And other one is the Annihilator. Well, this is nothing too crazy or fancy or anything special with this. So I've got the all the best ones on the hangar floor, and all of the ones which I don't use regularly hidden in the storage. So yeah guys, those are all the vehicles that I own and that I use regularly, as well as bought and stored as part of the collections. And that is my 2019 garage tour of all the properties and vehicles that I own. So yeah, if you all got any suggestions or topics you want me to address to, or even requests for videos, then do let me know in the comments down below. I go through all the comments, so do share your opinions down in the comments below. And also I would really appreciate if you all drop the video a like, and if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel as I make some cool videos. Thank you all and have a good day.